Hey guys, I was in the middle of putting on my mascara, which was the end of the look that I'm doing, and we ran out of time on that disc, so I'm back to using this Man-Eater Tarte mascara, and we had worked on just tipping out and combing through my right eye, and now I've gone back into the tube, the barrel, whatever you want to call it. See, that's a good bit of gooey on the end. That's great to tip out your lashes with. Just tip out the end of them like that, and that just kind of gets good coverage so that you don't look sideways and somebody goes, oh look, the little blonde tips of her lashes are hanging out. No, you're going to get the tips first, and then you're combing from the base of the eyelid up to the tip ends, and that just kind of comes through the product and gives you a nice look. Now for those of you who have a little more natural look, remember, always use this little tip end. This has got some little prickles on the tip end. This is a plastic comb wand. I can't talk. On the outer, you tip towards your ear. I got a little bit too much there. There we go. And on the inner, you tip towards your nose. And you have to be a little slower and more precise there, I think. And I am going to go ahead and come back through that a couple of times, rotating the wand so I get a lot of product off of it. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and go down to the lower lash before I get any additional mascara on the wand. I'm just kind of going straight up and down, and I'm not going to tip it out yet. That you do last. Oops, I forgot a very important step. I'm not going to do this on the other side. I forgot an important step. All right, my hair is trying to come down, y'all. Where it is. There it is. Where it is. It Cosmetics No Tug Waterproof Gel Eyeliner. These titles are just getting too long, but they're trying to be descriptive. But this is the most sensational. I don't even have to look. Watch. I will look at you, the camera, and I'm going to go to my inner waterline, and then go to the outer. And I could have just done one pass. Can you believe I just did that without even looking? The only reason I'm going to look on this other one, I'm going to use my ring finger to kind of pull this down a little, is because I already have mascara on my lashes, so I gotta watch and make sure I don't get this all over my cheek. That is good stuff that you can do that on one pass without even looking. Y'all, there is no better. It Cosmetics, I promote so many people. There is no better eyeliner crayon for the inner waterline than this. I don't necessarily recommend it for the upper, you know, people who tightline. Because it does, when you blink, for some reason, it does seem to come down underneath. But when you blink, like right now, it's getting up in there. So I think, you know, just the waterline's enough. I wouldn't tightline with that product, but that's up to you. Because it is a gel, it spreads very, very easily. Okay, so what do we do? Oh, I got to come back over here to, okay, so I've gone back in the barrel, the mascara barrel, got new products. We're going to tip it out again, but lightly. And now I'm going to come through again. Can y'all see? There. Do y'all know that's the whole reason why I got this little mirror, so that when I'm doing mascara online, you can see. Now see how this product builds quite a bit. Again, use the tip end towards the nose on the inner corner. I always have a little bit harder time because I have some crooked lashes that no matter how much I bend them with a mascara wand, eyelash curler, they stay bent. Alright, now I'm going to use the whole wand. Remember, before we used the tip only. And I'm going to kind of go back, forth, a little smudge right at the baseline. There may be boo-boos when you do this. That's okay. You can have a makeup wipe handy. Then I'm going back in the barrel again. Tipping it out. And I'm going base and up. And see how this really is building volume. All volume is product on top of product that's slightly drying, and so it's building its own little encasing around the lashes to make them look bigger than they actually are. And that's why tubes works, you know, so a lot of products have little, the way that it goes on your lash, it actually builds a tube, but I think all of them kind of do that. They just don't call it tubes. But you're building product on top of product is what you're doing. And again, towards the nose. Now, I am going to make sure I don't have excess on the end, and I'm going to come back and tip out the lower lashes. And sometimes I'll tip right across the bottom, and then I'll go straight up and down like that. I made a boo-boo. cloth, so hold on. There we go. Get the excess off the end and tip it out. And then straight up and down to kind of make sure that each little lash is coated. Just straight up and down like that. It's a little harder in the outer corner for me. Again, that's where I have a lot of bent lashes. And I will do one more pass, just with what's left over, just base to tip, and it is giving a very thick look. But let's face it, the thick look is the product. So a lot of you who want the more natural look, you would have gone with the first pass, and that would have been fine. And y'all know I do not like waterproof mascara because it does not tend to dry fast enough. I mean, if it's not waterproof mascara, it doesn't tend to dry fast enough, and therefore it doesn't hold the curl that I just did. And for those of you who have curl, you don't need that. But for me, the eyelash curler it's critical. I'm trying to keep this from falling off my head if you're wondering what I'm doing. But I do like this. This is probably one of the few non-waterproof mascaras that I like. And you tell me, do you like it? Okay, so at the end of this, I can either spray a setting spray. I'm not going to. I got a couple. I don't really feel it's necessary. I always do as an older lady because this muscle structure right here breaks down and here breaks down. I always make sure I don't have anything in here. I call that my pimento cheese area because my mother used to eat my pimento cheese sandwiches and there'd be a little trail of pimento cheese there. So if you ever do that, if you ever have that and your girlfriend has that, just go pimento cheese so they'll know. Just like have that as a code word. You know, you should have all kinds of code words with your girlfriends. I do feel like I kind of didn't blend this out right here good enough. Again, I use my fingers just to blend that, and then just a final check. That didn't blend good either. There we go. I feel like my brows did okay. I feel like I'm a little red here. I may have pushed off a little coverage, and again, this coverage of the Chanel Perfection Lumiere Velvet is not heavy. It's medium, light to medium. But it is buildable if you want to make it heavy, and I just like the way that it looks like my skin. And it's the perfect color match for me at 22 Beige Rose, which it's really a very light color. And then I'm really, really liking this Butter Blush by Physicians Formula, you guys. This looks like it's going to try to be a summer product, so I may go get another one just to have as a backup, because my other one is my Chanel Rose Bronze No. 2 blush, and it's very expensive, and this is not. And I feel like it's that same kind of brownish rose, and that's what I like. I don't like a tawny orangey color or brown color or too hot of a pink color. For evening wear, I do like a little more red in my blush. I do like Malice, which is the color of a blush from Chanel as well. But you have to use so little and blend it so well because it's a true red, but it looks really nice for evening wear. But anyway, I really do like this product a lot, and I highly recommend it. My Buxom palette I'm getting more and more use out of because you can go pick your colors. And these are the colors I need, and I look at palette after palette, and this is just what I need. I need a highlighter. I need a transition color. I need a dark color. I like to also have a shiny color for the lid if I want it, and kind of a little bit of shimmer in a darker color. And then I like having a purple, pinkish color handy like this. My favorite one is Last Call by Urban Decay, but this matches it pretty good. Just to kind of give my eyes a color pop of purple makes my eyes look more green, and my eyes are green. So today I did add to the lid the Naked Cosmetics Desert Sunset. So this is a little more of a peachier look, and yet I did not use that color of a blush. This would be great especially for summertime, you guys, and especially the colors, these colors that I used from Buxom. I mean, you go pick out what you like, but I really do like this look. The blush color could have had a little bit more tawniness to it to kind of match, but I think it's a good complement to have some cool tone lip cheeks. It's almost like a neutral color anyway. And again, that color was Plum Rose, so it's got more, I don't know, a little more purple to the pink, and so I think that looks fine with this kind of warm eye look. And then of course my lip product is a perfect blend of warm to cool, and that is my Soft Rose lipstick from Chanel. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I am going to do a plan with me. I am going to do a little mini haul, and I'm going to do a Bethy Bible devotion. And again, this next coming week, I'm going to go ahead and pre-record all that so I can upload. It's going to be a little stressful for me because I will be singing at Sisters in Christ. SistersInChrist.com. And it's just a little stressful this week because they also decided to release my dad. Same week. Yeah, I'm like, I don't believe this. But I feel like whenever you have an extremely stressful situation like this, that it is an opportunity not to, people say, well, it's to test your faith. Well, yes, but really it's a chance for you to really draw close to God, and that's a wonderful place to be, is to draw close to Him and be close to God. Because I know there's no way I could do this without Him. Instead of just claiming that it's going to be stressful, I know that it is set up to be stressful, but I'm going to really turn to the Lord. And so, I know it's going to be alright. If my concert isn't perfect, it's not the end of the world. If my dad isn't perfectly happy with everything I do to try to get him set back up in his home again and be as independent as possible, even though I'm going to get him a caregiver, it's not the end of the world if he's not perfectly happy. Because I try to make my dad perfectly happy, because that seems to be the only time when he's happy. Of course, you can't get perfect, so I mean, it's never going to be good enough. But you know, you just have to learn to remember that these are human beings you're dealing with in your family, and you love them and take care of them the best you can. But in the process, you also have to take care of yourself. And for those of you who've been worried, I mean, some people have said to me, but you're not taking care of yourself, you know, you're not having time for you.